Welcome to my state of the setup address. Just as a follow-up video to my earlier one, this is now how my current setup is set up. So for all anybody saying, pimp my system, here you go. We're going to turn off the TV for one reason and one reason only, and that's to show off the brand new computer. Okay, so the new computer over here is the Genome II Case by DeepCool. You'll see obviously that the case has some glowing lights here and pulsing lights here and RGB motherboard and RAM and video card and all sorts of wondrous things. Video card is actually supposed to be mounted vertical. However, the riser cable that you see in front of it on the ground, well, desk, I guess, is malfunctioning, so it doesn't give full video support properly, so I get a lot of artifacts. I've contacted DeepCool to get a replacement for that. Seems to be a common issue, so we're going to work on that. Sliding over, the same 43-inch 4K Ultra HD TV that I have from Scepter. That's still using as the monitor, and we can now turn that back on. I had it off because otherwise it glares on this, as you'll see in a second. No, you won't, because I didn't turn it back on. Back down to the laptops, still in place. One's dead, one's not. Both HPs. This is, I forget, the model number A1-1500D GX or some weird thing. And the other one's an HP EliteBook 8540W. Behind it, I've got the Google On Hub laying down there, providing Wi-Fi to the house and using its one dedicated port to run over to my desktop. And then, obviously, the drone on the wall. Logitech G300S RGB mouse. And the Razer Ultimate Black Widow keyboard. And there you go. That's my system. I went up with this computer just to give a little bit more oomph for when I want to make videos or anything like that. Right now, this is just going to get uploaded directly from my phone because I'm lazy. But we're looking at now, I've upgraded to an i7700K processor, which will be overclocked to 5 gigahertz now that I've got the system up and running. Right now, it's actually running a 1070 video card in there. I wanted to get everything up and running, and then I'm going to bump up to a 1080. There's 2 sticks of G.Skill Trident Z RGB RAM in there. That's 16 gigs total right now. There's another 16 on order that's coming. And there's an EVGA 1000 watt fully modular G3 power supply on order coming, along with a 500 gig SSD hard drive. I maxed out my budget getting the system up and running, and now that I've taken care of that, the rest will be going into place, and we're going to finish the upgrades from there and see how it goes. Everything else works pretty good, though. I mean, I was rocking 160 frames per second on Warcraft. I'm just saying, it's just a machine. But the main test will be here in a little bit when I try to actually render some 4K video on it and see what kind of performance we get out of it, because that's where everything else was bottlenecking. That was the main goal, was to actually be able to drive this 4K monitor a lot better than the old GTX 660 that I had in the system. As you can see, I like my lights, and they're all fancy and pretty and things, and that makes me happy in the pants.